Do you know what it feels like to get a phone call from a family member or friend hysterically crying because they've just been diagnosed with HIV? Well, let me be the first to say it will forever be the phone call that you will never forget. We need to preserve the human race and prevent the spread of HIV. It's vital that we make HIV education a requirement in every high school. The spread of HIV is something that can be prevented. It is our responsibility to preserve mankind. To do this, we must give our youth the mental knowledge and tools that is needed for them to prosper. Adolescence is a high risk period for exposure to sexually transmitted diseases, including HIV. The issues in today's world are related to HIV/AIDS transmission. It is understood that almost everyone has the knowledge of the disease and are aware of how it is transmitted to others. Despite such understandings, the number of infected people is increasing every day in all parts of the world. Today, I'll tell you 3 reasons why. If we do not educate our youth on this disease, we are not preventing this from spreading. Here are 3 things that should be the basic knowledge that should be taught in every high school. The first thing is, how is HIV spread? HIV can spread only in certain body fluids from a person infected with HIV. It can be spread by blood, semen, preseminal fluids, rectal fluids, vaginal fluids, and breast milk. The spread of HIV is only possible if these fluids come in contact with mucous membrane or damaged tissue, or are directly injected into the bloodstream. HIV can also spread from a woman to her child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. The spread of HIV is called mother-to-child transmission of HIV. HIV can also spread from the sharing injection of drug equipment. 2. How to reduce the risk of getting HIV. Limit your number of sexual partners. The more partners you have, the more likely you are to have a partner with HIV or to have a partner with an STD. Use condoms. Use a condom correctly every time you have vaginal, anal, or oral sex. You also want to get tested. Talk to your partner about HIV testing and get tested before you have sex together. The third way is to protect yourself from others if you are positive. You can do that by taking your HIV medicines daily. HIV medicines help people with HIV live longer. HIV medicines cannot cure HIV, but it can reduce the amount of HIV in the body. If taking the medicines regularly, it will reduce the risk of passing HIV to your partner. You'll want to talk to your partner about using PrEP. PrEP, which stands for pre-exposure prophylaxis, is a pill for people who do not have HIV, but who are at the risk of getting it to prevent the infection. These are pills that you will take every day that will work to keep the virus from establishing permanent infection. If we make HIV an education requirement, we are looking to increase the knowledge at an earlier age. If we make it a requirement, it will not eliminate the spread of HIV, but it can decrease the rate in which youth are contracting this disease. When we make this a requirement in our schools, we are looking at people having a deeper knowledge of this disease. Students will know the many ways of transmission. Students will have a deeper knowledge of what can help them to protect from getting this disease. Students will also have a deeper knowledge of the support and programs that are around for assistance. HIV rates are lower in states that requires a level of education on this disease. Locally, we can start by presenting more information to our youth. If it is instilled in our youth, it can possibly help to decrease the rate of HIV transmission within the younger generation. For more information can be found on the CDC website and greaterthanaids.org.